This episode, we're stepping into the flirty pink chaos of Petty Cupid by Sarah Blue. Expect sharp banter, petty intentions, and romance that knows exactly what it's doing.
Hi, besties, and welcome to Book Size Matters,
where reading is optional,
but judging is absolutely mandatory. I'm your host, Angel.
And I am Edith.
And welcome to our official Valentine's Day episode.
The month of love. The day of love.
Even though we're a few days early, but still.
We're celebrating all month long.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you didn't know, now you know there's going to be an episode every single week of February.
Exactly.
So, with that being said, how about we just go straight into it?
How about we go into our love notes?
Well, yeah, love notes. Straight into it. All right, besties, before we dive headfirst into Cupid chaos, a quick heads up. We give all the spoilers. We're unpacking this story the way your best friend tells you about a situationship. Full of details, petty moments, flirty tension, and absolutely no mystery left untouched. If you haven't read Petty Cupid yet and want to go in blind, now is your sign to pause and sprint to your Kindle. If not, stay. We love the company. And while we're here, let's do our due diligence. Check the trigger warnings. This book leans into supernatural meddling, petty behavior, sexual content, and a rom-com chaos that is meant to be playful, but still might not be for everyone. Protect your heart, protect your peace, and maybe don't listen to this one at work if your boss hates fun.
Now, before we go any further, we're introducing another segment.
Another one.
Because apparently, another one.
I know that DJ Khaled was right in my head.
I know when you said it. Because apparently we can't help ourselves. It's called If This Were a Movie. This is where we take the book and ask the important questions. If this story were adapted for the screen, who's playing who, and what song is blasting in the trailer? We're talking fantasy casting, soundtrack vibes, whether this is Oscar bait, book talk viral, or straight to streaming, but still hot. Feel free to disagree loudly. We encourage it.
Mm-hmm.
And one last thing before we jump in from us to you, happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, happy love day.
Whether you're celebrating love, side-eyeing it, or spending the day with fictional characters who have no business being that attractive, we're so glad that you're here. Grab your drink of choice, get comfy, and let's get into Petty Cupid.
Okay, guys, so today we're reading Petty Cupid by Sarah Blue. Okay, it's 107 pages long. It's a novella, right? That's the term for it, novella. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at Angel because she actually read this book too.
Yeah, we both read this one. And so you guys will get both of our opinions on it. Mm-hmm. And as you can tell, we're not going to do a judge a book by its cover because I was all up in there. I know what I knew what was going on.
She's biased. She can't just judge it by the cover.
Yeah. And she honestly, and not only that, but I chose the books.
She did.
I chose the book, so I feel like it's not fair for me to do a book by its cover unless you pick a book.
Yeah.
And I didn't read
all. You didn't read not even the description.
Yeah, and I normally when I'm picking books, I'll read the descriptions and I'll kind of investigate it. So if I'm picking the book, damn right I already know what's going on.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. It is 13 chapters, even though the chapters aren't clearly labeled on this one. It's just it is dual point of view. So it's in the point of view of the two main characters, right? It is also a standalone. But it's part of a series. Mm-hmm. You said it. What is it called? Interconnected, right?
Yes, they're interconnected standalones.
And me and Angel are really excited to read the other ones. Actually, it's part of the Love in the Veil series, and it's 4 books in total. Mm-hmm. This is Petty Cupid is the first book in the series. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's a dual point of view, and it is male female. And the main characters are love and death.
That's their names, guys.
Like literally love and death.
Yeah.
Love is the female and death is the male.
Yeah.
Character. Just I had to clarify. You never know. You never know. And this is the best part of all because you guys already know I love a happily ever after.
Yeah.
And this is a happily ever after.
Yeah.
So
I mean, would it really be like a good Valentine's pick if it wasn't a happily ever after?
well, it depends. Like, what if you want to
It continues.
cry?
Oh,
What if you just want?
I thought you meant like it was a cliffhanger and it continued
No,
on.
I was gonna say like because
But it's a novella, so
yeah,
like
exactly.
there's gotta be a conclusion, right? Unless
Is it?
it's like a
I don't know because you're the one that you're the reader. Like I'm still. I feel like I'm still dabbling into reading.
yeah.
So and you're the expert. In
Well,
this.
I guess like you could have a novella and it just kind of be like a prequel, like a little appetizer for like I've read some where the prequel or like the novella that's kind of like set before the actual book or the series starts. It's kind of like an appetizer. It gives you a little taste.
I think the other novella that I've read was the one that was in between the books.
Yes, because you
And that
read
wasn't
Satan's Affair.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's that one. Oh yeah. I did read that one.
Yeah.
But I also I wasn't thinking about that one.
Oh, which
I
one
was
were you
thinking
reading?
about the Housemaid series.
Oh yeah. The
little novella
Yeah,
that's
the little
in
novella
between.
that was completely like honestly we could have done without.
Pointless, but that's another story.
Yeah.
So it could be like a novella it doesn't necessarily have to be at the beginning, right? It could be like
Yeah,
anywhere
it could be
in-
anywhere, honestly.
if the author feels like, they want to add like a little bit more.
Like Emily Rath, like she has like for her pucking that pucking something. I forgot what the name of the series is called, but it's one of my favorite series. I just forgot the name. But like in that one, it's a full series and she actually has like a few novellas to kind of like go in between the books type of thing. But it's like just to kind of give you a little bit because like some people really get invested into certain characters, like sometimes I legit be thinking about these families even though they're completely fictional or like these couples. I'll be like, I wonder if they're doing okay, and so like
That's how you know it was good.
yeah. And so what Emily Rath does is that she gives you these little novellas to kind of give you just a little bit more into like, into their lives, just a little bit more like a taste. Or sometimes she creates these novellas to kind of fill in like little gaps in between her books and stuff to kind of like let you know like, oh, while this was happening in this book, this is what's happening. This was what was happening with these other characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I like how she does her novellas.
You see, I haven't read that many novellas, but they're interesting. We'll get more into this one, but the tropes and elements on this one was and funny thing, guys, because I didn't know this was a thing until like I read this book, is paranormal rom-com.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm new to romance, so there's just so much under romance.
Yeah, romance is like an ocean. And
Literally.
then there's like a niche
no
for
end.
everything.
Yes. So it's a paranormal rom-com.
And there's so many subgenres.
Oh, girl.
So many. Because you can have
How
like...
am I supposed to remember everything?
Like you can have fantasy, but then there's like so many like subgenres of fantasy.
Yes. Your girl has been really getting into fantasy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But so this is a paranormal rom-com. This is a Grumpy Sunshine. Friends to lovers. Fake dating in there. Protective MMC. Banter. And magical meddling. I didn't even know that was a thing either. Until I was like, okay, let me do more research.
I don't think I've
in the
seen
book.
too many that were that like that. I don't think I've ever seen one that's magical meddling.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, this is interesting. Okay. Trigger warnings and kinks, because there are kinks in here. Obviously explicit sexual content, right?
I feel like that one's just like a given.
It's a given for anything we read.
Yeah. Except for the
that just
housemaid.
says a lot about us.
No, the housemaid didn't have sexual content.
No, not in the book.
Not the book, but the movie.
The movie show tits.
And ass.
Yep.
I saw a lot of butt cheeks. And it wasn't even hers.
I know.
But I feel like
Just
for a
'cause
reason.
she don't have it.
Okay, anyways.
Damn, okay, let's go. Power and balance, but it's tied to the supernatural roles. So not like anything else. It's their roles that they play. Emotional manipulation via magic. So like matchmaking, meddling, not sexual assault or anything like that. Okay. Jealousy and possessiveness. Petty, mean banter, and cheating, but not between the main characters. Something else. So yeah. So how about we go into our new little a new little
segment.
There we go. I'm like, what's a word, Angel? What's a word? It was a movie. If it was a movie, right?
If it were a movie.
If it were a movie, we should have like a little song to go
a little
with that.
something, a little trailer.
So while I was reading this, the song that I chose, I was like, oh, it has to be something fun. It has to be something flirty. I don't know. So to set the vibe, I chose "Adore You" by Harry Styles.
I don't know that I know that one, or maybe I do.
I wish we could play it, but we can't because copyright.
Yeah. I need to hear it because I feel like if I hear it, I'll be like, "Oh, that one." Okay. How did you pick How did you pick it? Like it just came to you, or like you had to think about it?
I had to think about it a bit.
Okay.
Because first of all, like me and Angel, it's funny, fun little thing, me and Angel bounced back on the idea of if it was a movie, right? So I told her, what if we would do like a song that just sets a vibe? And then she was like, oh my God, what if we also bring in like people that would play these roles, right?
Yeah, like, because honestly, I used to do this with Chelsea all the time where we would read a book and I'd be like, okay, who's playing this character? And then we would go back and forth and be like, no, that's not how I pictured it.
And I was like, hell yeah, that's amazing. I love this. Bro, tell me while I was doing this, I was like, I went blank. I was like, do I even know any actors or actresses or any songs at all?
Have I ever seen a movie?
Do I even hear music? Like, I was like, what the hell? So it was a little hard, but I actually really still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like trying to find like something that like kind of,
Yeah.
in my mind, matched the book vibe.
Yeah.
You get me?
Okay.
For me, Love, which is a female main character, is played by Emma Watson.
Okay.
Okay.
She's the female leading Harry Potter, right? Okay.
Yeah. And then Death is played by sorry guys. Michelle Maroney.
Yeah.
Angel put the pronunciation on here so I can say it right. But that's who I kind of see playing, especially because Death is very more like,
I think it mentioned that he was more tanned, like more.
He was tall. They say he's tall, dark, and handsome, or something.
Yes, he was very much tall, dark, and handsome. That's how they like described him.
Yeah, but he was also very reserved, very like mysterious, very reserved. So I was like, okay, I could see him playing the role.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
But you said about younger, right?
A little bit younger, because I feel like, first of all, I found out that he was 35, which I feel like he looks a little bit older than that.
He does.
Yeah, he looks a little bit older than that.
I feel like he didn't age well.
No, I feel like he definitely gives like daddy vibes, but like
yeah.
I didn't expect for him to be 35. So I feel like him, but just a little bit younger. Like take it back to his 20s, you know?
Okay. Just a few years. But what about Emma? Like, are we talking like when she was in Harry Potter? Or are we talking
No. We're talking about like
present day, or like maybe a few years ago?
A few years ago.
Okay.
Not present day, but not Harry Potter either.
Okay.
Like a few years ago.
Okay, I'm trying to think.
Or maybe like Harry Potter, like the end.
I was going to say the last few ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last one.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
that makes sense.
Because definitely gives that like dainty, like, I don't know, whimsical. She has like a whimsical face.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Because I was about to say, she was not dainty.
No, she wasn't dainty, but whimsical. That's the word that I want to say.
Okay.
She has a very like, I don't know, fairy face, and I feel like a Cupid is like very like.
Okay, I could see it. I see. Okay, I see where you're coming from. See, for me, Love, I was picturing like Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, that was a good one.
Because that was giving like short, petite, but still curvy and like very much.
Oh, yeah.
Because her hair was like, so the way that Love is described is like she has like a very light colored pink hair. So it's like very pastel. So I was thinking like, okay, the blonde, and like I feel like I could see it.
Yeah.
But like,
I like that one.
Sabrina Carpenter is kind of what came.
Can I go with yours?
Yeah.
I totally forgot it. Well, she's not. I mean, she's more of a singer, but still.
I mean, she started off as an actress.
She did?
Sabrina Carpenter?
I didn't know.
Yeah, she was on Disney. She became popular because of Disney.
Girl.
Yeah. She's an actress to singer.
She did that
star.
pipeline.
Yeah. And then, okay, this one. I don't know why. The male, okay, but younger, okay?
Oh, no. Angel, who you gotta say?
I don't know why. This is who I kept picturing. Jason Momoa. Like, very rugged, like, but when he got that little smirk,
Yeah.
like, tan, like very, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what, like, tall, dark, and handsome. That's who I kept picturing, Jason
Yeah.
Momoa, but a little bit younger.
A little bit younger.
And even with the hair, honestly, like I don't think they mentioned that his hair was short or long. I don't think so.
recall they mentioned
But I
it.
kept picturing like a Jason Momoa.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's what I kept picturing.
Good ones. So with that being said, let's go.
Oh, what about song?
Oh yeah. Well, what's your song?
I don't have a song. What song? I didn't think of the song. Damn it! I hella forgot about the song. Nomás me acordé right now.
You're like, damn.
Dang, what song do I think? Let's see. Probably like I feel like one of Sabrina Carpenter's songs.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like the vibe. It was
definitely go
like
with the
fun, like lighthearted, nothing too deep.
Yeah.
And a little petty, because I know like some of her songs can be a little petty,
Yeah.
you know? And I feel like that's very much love. Like she was like so cute and like sunshiny, but also like don't get on her bad side.
Yeah. And we'll see right now why.
Yeah.
Let's go to spicy I can't, no se me salió la palabra. Spicy chapters. Like I said, the chapters aren't like actually like
Numbered
on there, but it separates it by her point of view and his point of view. Okay. It was a total of 5 spicy chapters. Well, I don't know did I say the total of number of chapters? It was 13. 5 of those were spicy. So the chapters that were spicy were 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. So usually like towards the end of the book.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely feel like once the spice started, it just kept going.
It just kept going. But like it kind of goes with like the plot of the story.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, how about we go into Between the Sheets?
Between the covers.
Between the covers.
I
stay changing it.
Yeah, you stay changing all of it.
I know. Well, let's go to Between the Covers. The week before the Valentine's Day ball, Love felt as if her life had been thrown into the blender. Eros had dumped her, publicly, audaciously, and with Juliet. He had not even waited a day, making sure the entire world knew. Love was left to pick up the pieces of her pride, her dignity, and her carefully curated reputation. She was not just hurt, she was humiliated. To make matters worse, she had been nominated for Seductress of the Year. She had worked her wings off to earn the title, and now she had to attend the Valentine's Day ball, not only as a nominee, but also as someone publicly discarded. Eros had tried to make her feel small, but she refused to let him ruin her night. If she was going, she would outshine him. She would arrive with a partner so striking and unforgettable that Eros' jaw would drop. There was one problem. No other Cupids were available to escort her. So she decided to go to Target, of course, of all places, and find an angel. The angels were too prudish, though, their halos gleaming and smiles frozen, thinking they were above everyone else. Then she went to the ghosts. The ghosts in the graveyard were charming but untouchable, drifting through centuries of forgotten memories and offering only advice to find a reaper. Bold, dangerous, and perfect. She went to the hospital where the souls crossed the veil and found him, Death, tall, dark, and impossibly handsome. Nothing like the terrifying myths she had been told. He radiated calm and power, a quiet weight that made her pulse thunder. When their eyes met, gravity itself seemed to shift. She asked him to come to the Valentine's Day ball with her, and he agreed on one condition, that he received 3 of her love arrows. She had expected hesitation, but instead, she laughed softly, and in that moment, she saw what no myths had told her. Beneath the shadow, he cared, not for appearances, but for the people on planet Earth. His compassion was rare, magnetic, and entirely disarming. Days later, in Cupid-level's break room, Eros appeared, flirting shamelessly with Aphrodite. Love, petty and audacious, stole his quiver and hit it with death, curious to see if he could protect it for her. The thrill of mischief mingled with something deeper, her growing fascination with the Reaper who had accepted her challenge. The Valentine's Day ball arrived, glittering and alive. Love entered with Death at her side, and the room fell silent. A reaper had never attended the ball. Whispers and stares followed them as they moved through the crowd. The moment of triumph came when the host announced the award. Applause erupted as Love ascended to the stage. Her eyes immediately found Death. He stood steady, magnetic, letting her shine while making her feel seen in a way no award could. Then Eros appeared, his smirk faltering when he noticed Death beside her. He tried to diminish her victory, but Death's dark eyes flared with barely contained fury. Calm, powerful, protective, he radiated authority. Love felt a thrill. She had not only outshone Eros, but brought someone completely unexpected, someone who made him seem small in comparison. As the music swelled, Love and Death danced. Every brush of his fingers, every subtle press of his hands against hers sent shivers through her. She leaned into him, letting his presence guide her, and the world outside the ballroom faded away. At midnight, the ball shifted. The air hummed with mischief and desire. Cupids who had been polished now let their wings flutter freely, laughter and daring glances filling the room. Love felt the tension coil in her chest the moment she looked at Death. Every brush of his hand against hers sent sparks through her, a magnetic pull that she could not resist. The whispers and playful chaos around them disappeared as their connection deepened. Every glance, every subtle touch was electric, a promise of something more. Death's steady presence grounded her even as her pulse raced. By the time the night began to wind down, the tension had transformed into undeniable need. Midnight had revealed more than awards and whispered rivalries. It had revealed a connection impossible to ignore, a desire that would follow them far beyond the ball. They left the ball together, the city quiet, and they arrived at Love's place. Love's heart raced, and as he guided her, each touch and glance intensifying the magnetic pull between them. Every motion was deliberate, each step a conversation of desire and trust. The world outside disappeared, leaving only them. Morning came too quickly. Death had to leave to guide a soul across the veil, leaving Love in peaceful sleep. He took a small, mysterious token, aka a nipple clamp, to let Love know.
Dude, that one threw me. The nipple clamp.
To let Love know he was waiting for her. When Love awoke, she could not shake the feeling of anger and sadness that Death really left without saying a word. Then Love is summoned to Cupid's high office after stealing Eros' quiver, fully expecting punishment. Instead, High Cupido, that's how I say it? Cupido? Mm-hmm. Admits he's secretly proud of her for humbling his son, but demands the quiver in return. Forced to swallow her pride, Love goes back to her to face the one being she never wanted to see again, Death. He's been waiting for her though, aching to confess that what he feels isn't temporary desire, but something deeper. The reunion is not what they expected. Love kept quiet, while Death was so confused on why she was so standoffish. Before he could communicate how he felt for her, she takes the quiver and disappears, leaving him with unsaid words and regret. After venting to his Reaper friends, Death realizes how deeply he misread Love's actions. Determined to fix it, he summons her under the guise of collecting that last love arrow. Love comes because she always keeps her deals, and that's when Death finally lays everything bare. He wants her exclusively, unapologetically, and he's done pretending otherwise. The tension snaps, desire flooding the space between them as honesty replaces resentment. Death takes Love back to his place, where restraint gives way to indulgence. He lets his dominant side surface, guiding her through the intensity he's held back for far too long. And Love doesn't just accept it, she craves it. What starts as pent-up longing turns into something raw, possessive, and deeply mutual. By the end, Love chooses Death fully, moving into his world without giving up her own. She remains one of the best Cupids out there. Only now, she finally has someone who claims her just as fiercely as she claims him. The end.
It was such a cute story.
Yeah, it was so fucking cute.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to let's
Let's go into pillow talk.
Pillow talking. All right.
God damn.
We're starting.
Okay. I think I want to start by saying that you did a really, really good job. I feel like
Stop. I'm gonna cry.
no, I feel like your reviews are getting like I think you're getting more comfortable and like you're getting the hang of it, and they just keep getting better and better and better. I feel like the more you keep doing it, like like you're gonna feel more comfortable with it.
I'm definitely. It's one of those things that it practice.
Yeah.
I think the practice, because at first I do notice it myself too, that I'm like, oh, okay, like I start thinking like, how would Angel like say stuff like, or how would Angel put this into words, or like how would Angel fix this,
I feel like, but sometimes like don't try to like do it like me. I feel like just give it your own, like.
I know, but I want to be like, I also want to add that detail. You get me? It doesn't come naturally to me. That's the only thing about it. So that's why I'm like, oh, okay, let me try that. But I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So first and foremost, yes, you did amazing. Also, there's a few things that I feel like I wanted to clarify because, and this is just like mechanics of the paranormal because it's obviously like they're not humans.
Yeah.
For one, this is not a miscommunication trope. Okay. It was almost a miscommunication trope.
Yeah.
It was almost a miscommunication trope, but it wasn't because they're basically the way this world works, the veil, right? Is they were human at one point, and after life, they go into these different roles, right?
Yeah.
Like she became Cupid, and he became Death. And or he became a Reaper.
A Reaper, but they don't remember anything from their
human life. Like they don't remember nothing of their human life. So there's not like you don't have. I think this world is more like a chosen. Except for that's another thing. We'll go into that right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Because they don't have like family. Like I think it's more like a chosen family situation because like they don't have family except for Cupido and Eros, who is like father and son. But like I'll go into more of that right now.
Okay.
But that was interesting to me. But it's like they don't remember their human lives, so they like cross into this veil and they just like we don't know the mechanics of like how they become what, right? Like she was just I think she's like a year-old Cupid, I think. Like she's a little over a year.
Like she's newer.
She's considered new, even though she's been a Cupid for like a little over a year or something like that. But Death has been a Reaper for like a millennium. Like he's old. like
the age gap is age gap in him.
Yeah, it was age gapping.
But does it count since it's like in that kind of world?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And another thing is like Love, she's pink.
Oh,
like,
yes!
It's so cute. Like she's so like she's like
pink and sparkles, no?
Yeah, she's pink. Like when she cries, it's like silver glitter.
Yeah.
It's so cute. And then
Death has shadows around him.
Yeah, and like he has like these weird like powers where he can like snap his fingers and then like his robes are off. He's like kind of
that comes in handy.
Yeah, it comes in handy. He can make them naked like with just like the snap of his fingers. Yeah. But in this world, in the veil, they don't have cell phones. So like he couldn't just fucking text her, but they can like summon each other. It's interesting. They can like summon each other, but it's not like an instant like.
But they have to be in the same realm.
Yeah. Well,
like they have to be like on, because that's what I understood. Like he could only summon her if she was on Earth with him. Like she was on Earth itself.
So she had to be on. No, I think he could summon her. Like if he was on Earth, he could summon her from. No, he did. He was on Earth and he summoned her from Cupid-dale.
Oh, and then I read it wrong. I understood wrong because I thought she was like
doing
her job.
But they can't just go into these like worlds by themselves because he's a Reaper. He can only go into his world, and then because she's a Cupid, she can go into his world. Like she can't go into Cupid-dale on his own. Like she basically has to like when she. It's not summon. It's like when she kind of appears there, like she has to hold his hand. Like they have to go together.
Yeah. Like they travel together. They teleport.
Yeah. There you go. Teleport. They have to teleport together because he's a Reaper. So he can't just be popping into fucking Cupid-dale whenever he wants.
So actually I didn't want to make things so long, but when he leaves because he doesn't want to wake her up, right? After their sexy night, he takes a nipple clamp or whatever, but he's like, oh, I'll be right back, right? And then when he gets there, he's like, shit, I can't even go back.
I forgot. So that's where like things kind of got messy because she wakes up and she's like, what the fuck? He just left.
Yeah, like he hit it and quit it.
Yeah. And so he was like,
felt played.
Yeah. But he was like, oh, it's because I was trying to leave a note, but like she didn't have nothing to write with. But
which is crazy.
Yeah. And so
but she had a nipple clamp.
Yeah. So and she's like, you really thought I was gonna look for a fucking nipple clamp? But
and it's funny because his friends also tell him like, are you dumb or are you stupid? Like, what in the world makes you think that she's gonna go find yeah, he took my nipple clamp. Yeah, that means that he's waiting for me. No. And then he's like, oh.
Yeah. But also like, okay. Okay, so there's that. And then what are some other things like about this world? It was so interesting. Like I wish we would have okay, my biggest thing with this book is that I was so invested with these universes and like the little things that make up, you know, like I just thought it was so interesting how they were human at one point and now they're like she's Cupid, he's a Reaper. And
how do you choose that?
Yeah, like is someone like, all right, is it like a DMV services where it's like, all right, you're dead, like now I'm gonna
stamp
like stamp you're going over here, like what determines like where you go, you know? So I would really like to know that. And also like, you know what this was kind of also giving, like School Spirit. Have you seen the show School Spirit? Oh man, never mind, I can't even give you a comparison. But it's just kind of like they can be on Earth and they can see each other, but they like humans can't see them. Yeah. So it's kind of like, have you seen Big Mouth?
Yeah.
Like the hormone monsters and stuff. It's like, that's kind of what it was given to. Like, even just like, if you've seen Human Resources, like the spinoff to Big Mouth, where all the different monsters and like not just the hormone monsters, but like all the other ones, like the ambition gremlin and all those. Yeah. Like they all have this like universe and like, it's kind of like their job. So like Cupid, you know, like her job is to obviously like go make people fall in love. Like there be an attraction.
She's really good at like making people have orgies.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
That's another thing, the ball.
Yeah, the ball. Oh, that was interesting. So like it's like, so Valentine's is obviously like that's their like New Year, like think like New Year's here, like the ball drops, all that stuff. Yeah, they wait. But it's like Valentine's Day for them, and then like after like the after party is like they just have like a ginormous orgy, like everybody just starts fucking each other. Yeah. But like see, like I loved learning all these little like the mechanics to it, and I just feel like the story was just like. It was so short, and I feel like this book, like, I feel like if you're going to create this world, like, I feel like fully commit to it, and I feel like this could have been a full-length book.
It could have been a little bit longer.
I personally feel like it could have been a full-length book.
It could have, but I really enjoyed how short it was. And, like, how it packed a punch in such a short book, like, because I literally, it took me a while to like get started because I was whatever, like it was just taking me a bit to like kind of get into it, but it wasn't because it was a slow or anything. It was just because of me. That's outside factors, right? Finally, one night I was like, you know what, I need to really read this, right? And I read that in one night. It's a book that you could like, if you want something, you want to stay in, you want to like something cute to read, that's definitely a book for that. I really enjoyed how like, yes, I would want more details, but at the same time, I think it was just great how like little and like how much a little book can make you like see like in your mind like the movie it played.
No, yeah, for sure. I think that was another one. I thought it was so interesting, and I love how the characters I really loved her personality, like how she was just like sassy. And
but she was still sweet and like and I like the death too because I like how they painted him different than your normal Reaper. You get me, like with the, what is it called?
The synth, the synth, or whatever. Like the hook, you know, like how reapers usually have.
Yeah.
But also that was another thing too. I thought it was interesting because she was like, why do you look so human? And it's like, because apparently,
oh my God, yes.
apparently like there's different worlds, right? And that was another thing too. I'm like, oh, how cool would it have been to go to a different world? Anyways, but because he is a reaper on Earth, they make the reapers look like what the living beings look like. So that way it's like when you are going, like when they're gonna help you move on to your afterlife, like you're not looking at this weird creature and being like
you're not scared.
Yeah. So it's, you know, I thought that was interesting how like he was so human like because of that though.
And how compassionate he was.
Yes, how very compassionate, like, and even just the fact that he asked for like the love arrows, I thought that was so cute. Like it was so selfless.
I thought it was gonna be like at first when he said, "Oh, let's like the deal and stuff." I thought it was gonna be something more selfish, like, "Oh, like I want to whatever." But when he asked for the love arrows and like to like for these people that he had already guided, like a certain family member of theirs to like the veil, obviously, but these people were left, and he's like, no, they deserve to have love. They deserve happiness. Can you like?
Yeah. I thought that was so cute. It was such a cute little love story. But I will tell you this. For one, I think what knocked it down for me, besides it being short, because like it was such a cute little read. I'll give it that. It was a cute little read. But I was just so invested into the little like details, and like, hold on, pause. Let's go back to the whole like Cupido and like arrows, like that. Okay, why is it that nobody else has parents but except them?
Well, keep in mind it goes back to Greek mythology. Like Cupido is like the main, like is one of the.
Yeah, but why does he only have a kid and like nobody else?
I have no idea, but
can they reproduce?
I have no idea, because I do know that Cupido and Eros are part of Greek mythology. Like I know they're that's where they were brought from. So, but I don't know why it's just them that have a father and son. I have no idea.
See, the whole Greek mythology isn't helping me, because like I knew, like I've heard of Eros and Cupido, but I just don't understand like how in this world like that works, because like she doesn't remember her human life at all, and like now they're in this Cupid-level world, and it's like, can they reproduce? I don't think so, because at one point it was so interesting. I like faintly remember at one point her saying that like she doesn't really have a heartbeat, but then later in the story she was like, oh my God, like she's like, I feel like my heart is thundering. So I was like, I was just kind of lost, because like it was kind of conflicting. Like, so do you have a heartbeat or do you not? Like it just like 1 minute it was like yes, no. So like, how does, I guess, the anatomy work? Like they can fuck, but like, can they reproduce? Because how the fuck does Cupido have a kid, but like nobody else seems to have families?
I have no idea. What I was thinking is like Cupido and Eros started the whole thing because of, obviously, because they're the ancient, right? And they're referenced in that. And then everybody else just came because the DMV stamp. Does that make sense?
No. I still don't know how they're the only ones that are father and son.
I don't know. I just know that. That's the only thing that I can think of, because they are the oldest, right? In the Cupids or whatever. They've been there the longest.
Well, Cupido, yeah. But then at some point he birthed a son.
Well, maybe I don't know. That maybe we have to go back to the Greek mythology of why he birthed a son.
If it even is based off of that.
If it is.
Which again is why I feel like I would have wanted this to actually be a whole universe. Like I would have been really invested into like reading about all these little like I don't know, just like all these little things and the mechanics of everything. I would have really loved that. I mean, it was a cute short read, but for me, like I would have, like I had so many questions, because I was like, you know, when you're just so fascinated by something that you're like, oh my God, but what about this? And you like, and for me, it was like all these questions keep coming up, because I was like, oh my God, how does this work? Or how would that work? And stuff like that. And I feel like there's certain books where I feel like, you know, like they do answer these questions, and then I feel like this is one of them where I was kind of still left with like
you were left with more questions
than answers, you know, and like it was still interesting though. But another thing, and I don't know how you felt about this, but like another thing that kind of like
Damn, you pointed at homegirl.
Oh, another thing that brought it down for me, like my rating for it, is the fact that it was too self-aware. And what I mean by that...
Can you elaborate? Enlighten us a little bit?
It was too self-aware in the sense of like... It was a rom-com that knew it was a rom-com. Because they kept throwing bookish terms. And it was kind of like... You know when you're watching a movie and they break the fourth wall? Do you know what that means?
Like, with the fourth wall is when they're talking to the
camera.
To the camera. Mm-hmm.
And it's like they break character.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like they break the fourth wall. Like all of a sudden they're looking at the camera. Mm-hmm. And it's like it takes you out of the story. And so when it kept giving me bookish terms, like they literally said miscommunication trope.
Yeah, they did.
That is, it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like when I don't know about anybody else, but I love watching like zombie shows, zombie movies. But in zombie world, you don't say the word zombie because zombies don't exist, even though everybody knows what zombies are, like, even if there was an apocalypse now, like we know what zombies are, but like in these worlds, the zombie word doesn't exist, which is why, like, for example, in The Walking Dead, they're called walkers, they're called rotters. They don't actually ever say the word zombie because that's kind of like, it's kind of like a outsider looking in type of situation. And so like as a reader, I don't like reading a book and they start saying all these bookish terms because it throws me out. Like it throws me out of the story because I'm like, it's kind of like, for me, it's like breaking a fourth wall. Like when they start talking, like they like, I think like once or twice I would have been like, oh, that's so funny, like making a little reference to it. But when they kept like saying bookish terms, it's like, I think that's where for me, it was just like, I think for me, it gives amateur writing. Mm-hmm. And that's me getting more technical with it. For me, it gives amateur writing because like, even like I read this one book where they literally said morally gray. You don't describe somebody as morally gray when you're like, don't say morally gray, describe what morally gray is. And then I guess that's also the writer in me is that like, I wouldn't just say like, oh, he's morally gray because that's a bookish term like that's in the bookish community, that's just the term that we throw around. But like when you read these books and someone's morally gray, a lot of it, veteran authors are not going to describe them as morally gray. They're going to describe them as like, oh, like he's just, like doesn't give a fuck about this or that or whatever. And like, he's just so protective and, like they're going to describe a morally gray man without having to actually say the words. Yeah. And so I feel like in this story, they kept saying bookish terms like miscommunication trope, or like at one point they were like, oh, what was another one they said? Oh, this is going to be a what romance?
I don't remember, but I do remember they did mention a couple like bookish terms.
I don't know.
I was reading it.
But for me, that knocked it down. That knocked it down because I was like, I feel like it's not lazy, and this is not to like, offend the author, because I thought it was a really cute story and I really got into it, but I just feel like in a way it's almost like lazy writing. Like instead of like describing it, you're just like
using the words.
You're using the words. I know that sounds so stupid, but like you're just, I don't know.
No, it makes sense, and it's good to have like your kind of point of view, because I feel like you definitely think more as like in the writer's mindset. Because like for me, I was just fucking reading it. You get me? Like I did notice the buggish terms, but it's not like it took me away from it. Does that make sense? Like the way that it took you away, like it didn't take me away. For me, it was like, oh, okay, that was interesting how they use bookish. I did think to myself that, because I don't think I've read a book where they kind of like mention stuff like that. Yeah, you get me? This was like my first book where they actually put bookish terms into it. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting, but it didn't like
take you out of it.
Yeah, it didn't take me out.
No,
of it.
and it's not, like, and it's not just me seeing it as a writer. I think it's just in general. It's like one of those like artistic rule of thumbs. Like I said, like you don't like in the movie. It's not common that they break the fourth wall. Yeah. You know, and so that's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah, like
in that
they're breaking the fourth wall. With
yeah,
that.
and so I feel like that's what they were doing here. And so I guess I was seeing it as like a writer. I mean, I was seeing kind of as a writer, but also like it took me out because of that.
Yeah, that makes
Like,
sense. That makes sense.
But then again, like, you know, that's not to say that I can't. It might just be a me thing, because like then there's shows like The Office where it's literally like they're constantly talking to the camera, you know, and so like it can be done where it's like, you know.
But I think that that's when it's intentional.
Exactly. But when it's not, like, I think if she would have done it like once, maybe twice, and it's kind of like a nod, like
a little playful,
like a little, yeah, then it would have been fine. I think because I have read other books where they have kind of like made like a nod at it, because in the book, the person, the character was a reader.
Yeah.
So they're like, they kind of like know like these reader terms type of things.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But and it's like a nod at it, but like not just like unintentionally. I don't know how to explain it.
That makes perfect sense. I didn't really like. It's good that, you know, we talk about these subjects, because for me, like, I didn't see it like that. You get me? And now that you put it, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I see what what you're saying. Like, how that could take somebody out of it if. I see where you're saying that it takes you, like, it breaks the fourth wall.
So like for you, why did you, because I saw that and this is, I don't want to like jump too ahead, but like I saw that you rated it like a 3.5.
3.5.
Why was it a 3.5 for you?
It was a 3.5 because this is the thing about me, okay? And like I said, and I keep on saying, like, I'm reading. I'm starting to read, right? So I haven't read a lot of books myself, right? I thought it was a 3.5 because I keep what is it? The spice book, the pumpkin spice, whatever. A 3, right? Because it was whatever's. This one I give it a 3.5 because it was a little bit higher than pumpkin spice, and like, in my opinion, because I'm willing to read the whole series because of that. But like that's it. I like, my reviews are kind of like more so like based on like past things that I read too, because that's all I have to kind of compare, like what
Oh, that's so interesting the way you're rating it. So you're rating books based off your other ratings instead of the rating scale.
Yeah, like, no, I take the rating scale in consideration, but I also compare also like past books, like if I give it a 3, why would I give that a 3, and what would it, like, you get me?
But okay, that's interesting. Okay, I don't rate them like that because for me it's like apples and oranges.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna compare this book to another book because they're completely different. Okay, I see it. For me, it was 3 because to me it was also like a 3.5. But also, I think for me it was a 3.5 because it would have been a 4 until we got to the bookish terms. It like that for me, like, and I feel like how short it was. I feel like this is another trope. I feel like it's insta love because they fell in love quickly.
Yeah, they did.
And they fucking moved in after like
a day.
It
felt like it.
Yeah, they moved in together right away. Yeah. Like she gave up her whole fucking life in Cupid-dale pretty much. Yeah. Like, well, she didn't give it up, but like she basically just was like, yeah, like I don't really have nothing besides her bestie. She's like, I don't really have much waiting for me, so she was willing to move to his what was his universe? What was the name of his universe?
I forgot. Not the underworld. It wasn't hell. Was it hell? No, it wasn't. It was, I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. But she just like moved in. So it was I feel like that's another trope, like insta love.
Yeah.
Where was I going with this? Oh, so it was like really short. That's another thing. I don't think I can do, especially if it's a story like this. You know, like, okay, for example, like Satan's Affair. I think that story was great. Yeah. Just with how the length of it and everything, like it was great. With this one, I feel like there's so many moving components with it being a whole different universe. Like they're not human. I needed more. I definitely needed more.
You see, for me, 3.5 is because I think it's it was a really cute read and it was entertaining and stuff. And I wouldn't necessarily read the book again, so that's why I wouldn't give it like a 4-star or like 5 or whatever. But I definitely would read the rest of the series, so that's why I gave it a 3.5. but not necessarily a 4 because I don't think it's like life changing. Does that make sense?
I think
Like-
that's a 5.
No, not
Dang,
life
I don't think we're on the same page on the rating scale.
Well, you keep in mind everybody rates their books differently. You get me? Like that's another thing. Even when you and we talked about it, when you go on Goodreads or Fable and read reviews, like you have to take them with a grain of salt because they're based more so like on each people's like each person's like perspective of reading, right? So that's why for me it was a 3.5 because I'm like, oh, this is a really cute read. It's just like it wasn't.
So then what is a 5 for you?
I would fucking reread that. That shit made me fucking. It moved me. I have no words.
But also like a 4 is also life changing for you?
A 4 is more so like it was almost a 5. Like that shit was like so fucking good, but it's not like I would reread it.
Okay. Okay. We're not to revisit our rating scales.
Yeah. So but yeah, that I think it's a solid 3.5 for me.
Okay.
Spice rating though, it was a 4. It was definitely detailed on the spiciness. I think once you got to the spiciness of half of the book, it started getting like rough. It just started being spicy.
Yeah.
It was just all spicy. It had Daddy King. It had BDSM. Not BDSM. It has the what is it called?
Bondage?
Bondage. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's descriptive.
Yeah. It actually goes with the plot though, because like it starts after the ball, the Valentine's Day ball.
Yeah, after midnight. But yeah, like final thoughts.
Actually,
Anything you want to add?
Yeah, no, I had questions for you.
Oh, go. I completely bypassed. It's because you know how we read it both. I was like, oh, okay.
No, I had questions for you.
What the questions at?
Give me a second. I don't know why my shit is tripping out. Let me go to. It's like looking stupid. Okay. One of my questions. Did you buy their chemistry immediately, or did it kind of feel like they hit fast forward?
Well, it is a novella, but I did think it was just like, boom, like, damn, that shit was fast. They gave me like, what's other details? Like I don't know, like it was a little bit like too rushed. But then I'm like, oh, it's a novella, it's little, so it makes sense why they went.
Well, length aside,
yeah,
their chemistry. Like, did you buy it?
Yeah.
Like, did you like feel it?
Yeah.
Because I did too. And like, even though they moved fast, like it didn't feel too rushed for me. I mean, yeah, they did fucking move in right away. Like the story in general is rushed because it's novella, but I feel like their chemistry, I feel like they just kind of went with each other. It was kind of like an opposites attract type of like attraction.
Yeah, even from the beginning. I don't know. I think the author did well on kind of like describing how like even when they met and stuff like that, or when they saw each other. I don't know. I did feel the chemistry.
Okay. Be honest. Did you want more quiet moments between them, or do you think that the chaos was the point?
I do wish there was more quiet moments actually between them, because I don't feel like but that's again, it's that's hard, but I do wish that there was more quiet moments to like develop more of their relationship, to see more of just them, their dynamic.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah, I 100% agree. Like, I do think that I felt their chemistry, but I feel like there would have been, like, more moments where they kind of, like, bonded over something, or, like, they did kind of bond over, like, his compassion for, like, these humans and, like, wanting them to find love. But I feel like I think the author could have delved more into it. But then again, it's a fucking novella. Like, it goes back to, like, it was a novella. So, like, for fucking timing's sake, like, they obviously, like, it was meant to be a short story. But at any point, do you, like, when you were reading this, like, at any point, did you think, like, oh, this could have been, like, a full-length book?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, especially when it comes to, like, different, like questions that I did have, like, about the world and stuff. Like, I definitely think it could be, like, a longer book in itself.
Because, like, for me, because I know because going back to, like, the meta moments, like, like, a rom-com that knows it's a rom-com.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, now that I've pointed it out, do you think you'll notice that more in other books?
Probably. Yeah, because that's usually how it happens. Like, you teach me about certain, like, things, like, bookish stuff and everything, and then I start noticing them. Like, in other reads that I do. That I'm like, oh, okay, then.
Or, like, certain tropes?
Yeah.
Like, you'll start to see them?
I'll start pointing them out, yeah. So, 100%.
Okay, do you think if Cupid existed in real life, would you trust her? Like, if you...
I don't fucking know. Where the orgy at? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know. That'd be interesting because especially knowing that the chaos that goes in Cupid's cell. I don't know. Like,
they seem kind of messy.
I better be in good hands. I better have a good ass Cupid behind me because
Well,
the hell? I don't know.
Well, I don't think they're like assigned to people.
No, they're not. They're not assigned to people, but like, if I walk into wherever I'm walking into, because they mentioned that, she goes to a Target and tries to find people. But I'm like, if I go somewhere, like.
Or the gym. I think she went to like a gym and she.
And she's like, well, even if it doesn't work out, at least I'll have a good show. Oh, that's another thing that she mentions, that she's into, like.
Watching people fuck.
And most Cupids are, because of their profession.
Yeah. They're so.
What's a word?
Voyagers. They're like voyeurs no, not voyagers. Voyeurs. Yeah, voyeurs.
I was like, okay, that's interesting.
Okay, do you think that this story would have still worked if Cupid decided to mind her business? And just not even like the whole like, oh, like minding her business in the sense of like, because you know how she kind of was trying to be petty on purpose to like make Eros jealous. So she was like, yeah, like I have a date, and like he was just waiting for me to be single, and so like now I'm gonna like, do you think the story would have still worked?
No.
I feel like her being petty was like what drove the whole plot.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't think it would have been the same.
Yeah.
Well, she's just like over there, Cupid trying to find love, and then she finds love. Like it just makes sense. Like she wasn't going into the attention of finding love. She just fucking found it.
Yeah. Even though she really wanted it.
Yeah.
And like
she really wanted it, but she wasn't expecting it.
You know? And I don't think she would have ever stepped out of her comfort zone to go look like for a reaper or like, not a reaper specifically, but like out of just Cupids. Like I think she would have just stayed in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't think it would have been the same without the pettiness.
Okay, well, I don't think I really have any other questions because I think we kind of like talked a lot about what I had written down.
Yeah.
Because my main things were like how short it was, and then just the what's it called? It's just the whole like bookish terms.
Yeah,
that was my main thing.
I don't know. I thought it was to be a Valentine's Day read. Keep in mind, like I've only had like a couple seasonal reads, and this probably is one of my favorite seasonal reads.
Oh, me too. Because I like this more than, for sure, I liked it more than fucking what was the Thanksgiving one?
Pumpkin spice one?
Yeah, that one.
100%.
Which honestly, at any point did they actually get to Thanksgiving? I don't remember.
I don't even remember. I don't remember. I don't know.
Oh, I think that one was just more fall vibes.
I think it's just fall, yeah.
Okay, fall vibes.
But
and then there was Love Light Farms, which was the Christmas read, and then Merry Maker. But for sure, I feel like I actually really enjoyed this one.
Yeah,
I just had to knock it down because of that little thing. Otherwise, I would have given it a 4.
No, yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite seasonal reads. I think it's definitely worth the read. Like if I could recommend it, somebody said like, "Ooh, what's a good Valentine?" Read it. Read it right now, and you'll read it in one night.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even long. Like, you'll just fucking read it. So, like...
And honestly, this book, I feel like the way it's written works even if it's not Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's true. That's
because,
so true.
like, it doesn't necessarily have to be Valentine's Day because I feel like they focus more on love than they do Valentine's Day. Because, there's a difference between love and Valentine's Day. Yeah. So, like, I feel like it works even if it's not Valentine's Day.
But I definitely think it definitely sets a mood though. Also for like February, if you want a cute February read, I think this definitely 100% recommend it. it's funny. It's the banter, like, you know, the little banter between them, the chemistry, what happens. It's the world itself is just so interesting. So I think
It's fascinating.
Yeah. And
I do want to read like the little like
the other ones,
the series.
Yeah,
they were so interesting.
They go into like
maybe we'll get more answers if we keep reading.
That's what that's another thing, like, because we were reading a little bit, me and Angel, about the other books, and they're all gravitate towards Cupids and Reapers. So, but in different seasons, so definitely like, or different holidays.
Yeah, because I think the other one is like centered around but like Day. That's the thing, I feel like it's kind of like a holiday read, but not really. Yeah, because it's kind of like, for example, the other one was like Lucky Cupid or something like that,
which is like,
it's giving like St. Patrick's, but it doesn't revolve around St. Patrick's. Yeah. Like, it just kind of like, it's like a little nod to it, you know?
Or Father's Day, which is weird because I've never had like and
it wasn't even like Father's. It's more like, who's the real daddy? Like, that's the vibe. Like, that's the vibe.
But I think it said like Father's Day novella or something.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what in the world?
So it's like, it's supposed to be these like holiday reads, but like, it's not really like, it just doesn't, I don't know how to explain it.
It doesn't revolve around the holiday itself.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
It just, like, I feel like the vibe of the book gives that. Yeah. If that makes sense. Because like Love Like Farms was for sure a Christmas like read, you know? Like, it's,
and Merrymaker was too.
It just doesn't, like, I don't think the story would be like the story without it being like the holiday.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. That makes sense. Anything you want to add before we move to Hot Takes and Heartaches?
No, but if they ever decided to actually make this a movie, I would 100% watch it.
Me too.
Like, it would be so fucking cute.
It would be so cute. Oh my God, I could just imagine like Cupid-level and like
everything's so pink and like I don't know.
One thing that they about the book is like Cupids are very freaky. Oh, which I was like, okay, I knew they were love, but they're very lustful. Like, very, very lustful. Like, she had like, I don't even know how many toys in her little drawer.
They were just very what is it called? When you're just so open about like sex, like your sexuality. Like, there's a word for it. It's not. Yeah,
they were open.
Yeah,
but very open. But yeah, definitely recommend. Anything else?
No.
All right, let's take it to Hot Takes and Heartaches.
This is one of those books that's obviously like hasn't hit book talk viral level, so it doesn't have that many reviews. It has 3,000, around-ish 3,478, and Goodreads has it as a 3.91, which is pretty solid.
Yeah,
I feel like that's pretty solid. Okay, let's go through the 1 stars reviews. And again, people, like, friends, like, this isn't just like word for word reviews. Like, these are just kind of like, because some people really go in on their reviews. So we're just kind of
they give you a whole summary.
Yeah, so we're gonna give you a summary of the summary. And we're just gonna give you the heart of what they're trying to tell you. Okay, so here's a 1-star review. I just can't do the kinky books. The plot ends around the 50% mark, and the rest of the story is just smut. Which, if you like that, then you will probably like this book. But it was very detailed and graphic and featured daddy kink, and I had to skim. I couldn't do it. I preferred the tame and romantic, intimate scenes instead.
I guess there's a book for everybody.
And what I got was that person's vanilla. And there's nothing wrong with vanilla. It's just they probably gave Pumpkin Spice Cafe 5 stars. Like, that's probably their favorite book. Right? Like, is that what that gave you?
Yeah, they gave me Kmart book vibes, and not putting shame on the Kmart books, but you know how the love, like the love, traditional love novela type thing.
Yeah, it
like,
also gave me like they have to
amor.
have 100 fucking candles on while they make love by the fireplace.
It has to be fucking perfect, rose petals y todo.
Yeah. And I'm like, sometimes you just need a quick fuck, like
you just need to get it done.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with them though. You know how they said, like, I get it, 50% of it, like, after it started fucking, they started fucking, but there was still, I think there was a good balance of, like, sex and, like, what was happening.
Yeah.
To, like, finish off the story.
Yeah. Like, it didn't just leave us with, like, just fucking. Like, no, like, they actually, like, I feel like they, like, you know, like, tied up loose ends.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Mm-hmm. So, DNF, too insta-lovey with a lack of character depth. I see where they're coming from, but it's a novella. Like, I feel like when I read a novella, like, I feel like I just expect instant love or like something that progresses like really fucking fast because you think you only have 100 pages to fucking make the shit like work.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I see where they're coming from, and the lack of character depth. Like, I feel like this person probably reads a lot of like 500-page books. Because like I feel like it's hard. I mean, who knows? Cada quien. I feel like when you only have 100 pages,
you
like
only have so much to work with.
Yeah, like I feel like I feel like it's difficult to have a lot of depth to their character. I don't know.
You're gonna be with a lot of questions, but like I don't know. I didn't go into, like, for example, like when I read this, I didn't go into thinking that I was gonna get every single fucking detail of them. You get me? And how they became them. So I think it's also like it's part of the novella thing. Like,
yeah. Somebody said, "Why do I keep doing this to myself?" I don't know what they meant. I don't know, girl. Why do you keep doing it to yourself? Okay.
The book says it all. Like, this is my thing. Like, do people sometimes like just pick up a book and don't read like the quick description or something?
Well, no, because some people pick books based off vibes. Like, they literally just look at it and be like, "Oh, that looks cute," and then they just read it.
I mean, I could look at something like if I'm at Barnes and Noble, like I could look at it and be like, "Oh, this looks interesting." I'll turn it to the back and like read.
No, but some people literally are just like, "Oh, that's cute. I'm gonna get it." Like, it's going pure based off vibes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's vibe readers that literally just look, "Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna get it." Like, they don't know nothing about the fucking book. They just see it and...
Not even the description in the back?
No, there's literally vibe readers.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I can't do that because I don't want to waste my time.
No, for me, I don't want to waste my time or my money.
Exactly.
Like, it has to be something that I'm kind of interested in.
Yeah. Exactly. But, you know, everybody, cada quien.
And that's how you end up there.
Yeah, that's why you keep doing that to yourself. But who knows? I don't know. Anyways, let's jump into 3 stars, okay? This is people who were kind of like, yeah, it was cute, you know. Not the best book. It said, fun novella about a fully pink Cupid called Love falling for a grim reaper called Death. I laughed a lot. It was just so funny. For sure gonna read the other books. That to me did not give 3 stars. That I feel like that rating would have been like 4 stars. I laughed a lot. It was just so funny for sure. Why did you give it 3 stars though? I'm curious.
I have questions.
Okay, next one. You know it's gonna be kinky when Sleep Token is on the playlist. Oh, I think they're talking about the song.
Yeah.
Okay. It was cute. I had fun. My goal for next Valentine's is to get railed by a Reaper too. Okay. Edith, where the fuck did you find these reviews?
That's a Goodreads, girl. I read that shit and I was like, okay.
And it's a 3 star.
It's a 3-star.
I feel like that's like 5-star energy.
I can't imagine what
Like,
my 5-star energy is.
Yeah, I can't imagine what 5-star energy is either. Okay, a cute concept, but fumbled a bit on the delivery. I agree with that one. I feel like it was good, but I feel like it could have been better.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to 5 stars, which these are people who loved it, okay? Like, this was the best thing ever. But, I'm starting to realize, it's just like some people's 5 star, like, they can just, like, there's people who give 5 stars to everything.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't.
Yeah, no, I did realize it. I did, because I have a Fable, guys, right? And I did see how a lot of people give, like, because you could look at past reviews that person has done, and it's like they give 5 stars to everything. And I'm like,
It's kind of like deceptive in a way, because like sometimes like you see all these like when you're on TikTok and then you see all these places that you want to go eat at, and then they make it sound like it's the best thing ever. And how many times have we gone eat it and you're like, this is mid. Like, and we're just like, why the fuck you make it seem like it was like all that in a bag of chips? Like,
that's true.
And it wasn't. It was barely a bag of chips,
if any.
It was like the knockoff brand. It was like Chosta soda.
It was mostly air.
Yeah.
Very little chip.
Okay. 5 star. Please read this novella. It's short. It's spicy. It will have you kicking your legs with so much giddiness. Okay. I see that.
But I wouldn't classify that a 5-star read. In me.
Yeah.
Like, based on the comment.
Yeah. No. See, like, for me, that's like a 4. But who knows? All right. I went into this book for Daddy Death, the Reaper. Listen up. And I have a confession to make. I have a major Reaper kink. Even more so than for masked men. My best friend even nicknamed me the Reaper. Whenever I come across a Reaper MMC, I am all in for reading about it. That's interesting.
I didn't know there was such thing as a Reaper kink.
I didn't know it was that specific. Like, I knew there was a masked men.
Yeah, I know
kink.
the masked men one.
That one's interesting. That one's interesting because what I'm currently reading, that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
But the like, that's so specific.
Yeah.
So specific. Okay, last one. Need a Valentine's Day novella? This is perfect. No thoughts, just vibes. Honestly, I feel like if you were to ask me, like, hey, is there any cute, like, Valentine's Day books? Like, I would recommend this one.
Oh, me too. 100%.
I feel like I'd recommend it. I'd be like, oh, that one was super cute. Like, and I think it was so funny. I just think, like, the way she wrote the character was so, like, blunt. Like, that, like, funny, honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. She had, like, a sass to her that I thought it was so interesting. But, yeah, it was a good read.
Yeah. 100%.
Is there anything that stood out to you? While reading this? Like, was there anything that you were, like, wanted to point out?
Like, something that I'm like, oh my God, I have to talk about that?
Or no, but, like, something that you read it and then you were kind of like,
I mean, it didn't like stood out like that. But I just found it so interesting how Death had been a millennium there, right? And he was he talks about how lonely he's felt for so long that he hasn't had anybody. And then I was like, oh damn. So like, and then I was like, oh, like, I just don't imagine a Reaper with the couple, like in a couple, you get me? And and I just started like thinking like, oh, I wonder if, because he talked about it has been a long time.
Yeah, like he had been abstinent. He had been abstinent for a while.
Yeah. So I'm like,
but also like that was so, you know, like, what was so interesting is like how Eros and Death knew each other.
Yes.
Because
that's another thing that,
because like I think, was it Eros took supposedly
his girl, but it wasn't like that.
No, it was like the other way, because the girl was trying to get away from Eros.
So Death helped her.
Yeah.
Death helped, and it was another Cupid.
Yeah.
I just thought that was, that was.
So I was like, okay, I don't know. Yo tengo muchas preguntas. I'm just a curious cat. Like
I need to know more.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, what stood out for you? Like something like you're like, oh.
What stood out for me? What stood out for me? What stood out for me? I feel like I had something highlighted but I already fucking took it off my fucking Kindle, so I can't even go back to it. Damn, I should have not fucking took it off my Kindle. I don't know.
Nothing you could think of.
No, not that I can think of like right now off the top of my head.
Okay.
But nope, I can't think of nothing.
But yeah, that was a cute Valentine's Day read. If you guys have a chance to grab that book, grab it. Grab it. I don't think you'll regret it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I honestly I do want to read the other ones. Like,
if you don't like Daddy Kink though, don't get it. He definitely is giving like. I like how they kept him like, oh, he kind of mysterious, and at the end he's like, nah, I'm gonna tie you up.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna tie you up, and now you're gonna see like more of me.
Yeah,
and see if you like it.
I honestly thought like I liked how he gave like kind of like a not a morally gray man or like that. He kind of gave like dark vibes, but also like he was just like, you could tell that era bien cariñoso. Like he just like he really like liked her, and he was like trying to make her happy, and like I don't know how to explain. Like he wanted love.
Yes, exactly. He gave dark, protective, loving, passionate vibes.
Yeah.
That's how I like my men, bro.
Are you okay? What are your thoughts on daddy kinks? Or just like
damn, we're getting ask me about my sex life.
No, okay. What are your thoughts on on just the word daddy?
That's interesting.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. It's just that's an interesting question. I mean, I don't think there's I mean, if you want to say it, go ahead and say it. Like it's not like an ick to me. Does that make sense?
It's not?
No.
Okay.
I know for some people it is an ick.
Yeah. So like I totally get it when I'm reading. I can totally go for the daddy. Like the daddy, like especially if there's an age gap.
Yeah.
And
so in fiction,
in fiction, not in my real life. Like in my real life, I will jump off a cliff before I fucking call Val daddy. Like it's just
Angel's just jumping.
like okay, but like okay. The thing is that like sometimes like when you read these and then you're like, damn, like I like oh like I would want to do that. But then I think about who my man is and I'll be like, he's too much of a goofball. Like like I would if Val fucking like have you guys seen why are you laughing?
It's because I could just imagine you asking Val like to do something like more on the serious like daddy, and I feel like you would just start laughing because you like, he is a goofball.
He's such a goofball.
And I feel like he would say something out of pocket too.
Yeah,
like he wouldn't take the role seriously.
Okay, you know there are times where you know like where
you're like
certain things, you know, like
inspire you.
We can do, but then there's certain things that we, like for example.
Okay, what's a like? Oh man, like this is too funny.
Okay, so like, have you seen them? Okay, did you watch the movie 365 Days with Michelle Morone? Okay, the part where they're in the shower and she tries to like turn around and leave and he grabs her by the fucking neck and like turns her around and I'm like, damn, that was hot.
Yeah.
But if Val ever tried to fucking do that shit, like I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know. I don't think it would. I think we would have to like really be in the moment for me to like
to do that.
Because I've been choked and like you know why are you and like we're in the moment and it's like fine, but like if like there's certain things like that where I'd be like, the fuck were you like? I feel like it's just it wouldn't fly like in the movie.
It wouldn't go like the movie.
It wouldn't not go like the movie at all. Or if like one day he tried to be all fucking seductive and like showed up and like, you know, when they lean against the fucking door frame.
Oh my god, I've seen where like people do that. Actually, like it was a trend on TikTok.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it.
Yes, where they're trying to be all like mysterious and like the fuck, like, you know, like the fucking shadow daddies, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And you're like reading it and you're like, damn, like that sounds like attractive.
That's sexy.
But then if Val fucking tried to pull that shit, I feel like I would bust out laughing. Like,
not him trying to be like all like your fictional men and
but I feel like if we were like really in the moment, like, you know, we had to work our way there, and then he tried to do something.
It's not like
if it's just like that, like, no, because I feel like some of these like shadow daddies, like they just carry themselves, you know, like a lot of them are more like serious, like people are scared of them, like they're
dark,
intimidating, you know. And Val is not that. Like, he's more funny. He's like the lively guy, you know, like always fucking making a joke out of a lot of shit. And so like I feel like to go from that to that vibe is just wouldn't, like, I don't, you know, like it's just, there has to be a progression there. Like,
all this because you said that you're not gonna call him daddy, right?
Yeah. It's just like, you know, maybe
you can't say never.
I can't say never, because also I have said that I'm always willing to try something.
Yeah, that's what I was about to pull that one.
And you know, but like yes, I'm always willing to try something at least once with him. Like if he's wanting to do something, you know. And you know, I feel like if we progress there, you know, like, and we were like hella into fucking dirty talking at that, like, you know, when you just get caught up in the moment, you know, maybe I could do it. But like if we're just talking like right now, and then all of a sudden, like,
I don't think I could do that just right now.
Like he told me that I had to say please daddy, I'd be like, ugh. Like I would be like,
oh yeah, I could see where you're coming up with that. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? Like
100%. Yeah. There has to be a vibe to it.
Yeah, there has to be a vibe to it.
Straight up be like, oh yeah, no.
But now if he wants to call me a good girl,
you know, a praise kink.
Oh, see, now like if he called me a good, like I could do that. Like if he just was like, oh my god, I love when he says that's my girl. I do. I love
the slight possessiveness, you know.
Yeah, the little that one. Mm-hmm. Like if I do something, he'll be like, "Oh, that's my girl." Like that's that little proud, like, oh yeah, like that's my girl. I like that. Oh my god, let's wrap this shit up before we just fucking start
talking about all our kinks.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take it to be continued. And next on Book Size Matters, we're swapping Stolen Quivers and Valentine's Day Chaos for Horns, Mischief, and Devilish Meddling. Funny Demon Valentine by Aurora Archer is a rom-com full of enemies to lovers tension, supernatural antics, and feelings that ignite way faster than anyone planned. If you love the petty scheming and messy chemistry of Petty Cupid, buckle up. This demon turns the chaos up a notch. All right, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
And make sure you give us 5 stars, nothing less, because it is like foreplay for the algorithm. It helps us out so much. Just take a quick minute and just click 5 stars.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't even take a minute.
Yeah, no, you know, literally it doesn't.
Like 2 seconds. I'm just saying. That's it for this week's Dive into Petty Cupid, where stolen quivers, petty rivalries, and a Valentine's Day ball full of drama collide. Thanks for tuning in to Book Size Matters, where the books are delightfully twisted, the opinions are unfiltered, and the only thing more dangerous than a Petty Cupid's schemes is the magnetic pull between her and her very patient, very irresistible Reaper. Until next time, keep reading, keep judging, and maybe don't let your wings get tangled.
Oh, that was cute.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.